Hello YouTube, welcome back. Would you like to see some more Dwarf Fortress? Cryptbeards 19? Why not? Things have quietened down a bit since the last recording. We had a lot of people suddenly turn up and I got a bit distracted and a lot of chin wagging was done when perhaps I should have been doing more fortress management. So let's try and focus on a little bit of the old gamerino, right? Maybe we'll do that. This is being constructed as we speak. Once it's done, we can pop down a lovely little drawbridge and then we'll be able to actually start building our fortress with seriousness rather than just fannying around letting this shit happen. Of course, we should have a mason currently in a mood as well. They haven't finished their construction yet, have they? And judging by the fact that they're not in the mason's workshop, I'm going to surmise that they're not hurting for materials. Excuse me. We've had a baby boy born. How exciting. Man, did they really have to go all the way down into the mines to grab that little lump of stone? I'm fairly sure it's going to be pretty identical to the stone that's lying around here, diorite. I'm pretty sure that's what they grabbed. Oh, another place has founded itself with our economy as their model. I don't think this is going to go well for the local hillocks, to be honest. I feel like they've all made a bit of a bum deal decision by choosing us as their model. Oh, hello, another baby giving birth. Something happened 9 months ago that got everybody very social. Oh, and something else has happened. What have we got? Migrants or a trade caravan? No, I'm not seeing anything. Let's press A. Another birth, maybe? We're not on the edge of the map, particularly, are we? Okay, let's unpause it and see what happens. Anything going on? I'm seeing no traders. I'm seeing no enemies. Why are we suddenly looking down here at the riverside? What's the deal? What's the deal here? Someone's experiencing emotional shock, I see from the notifications. I don't really know what that's all about. We got rid of all the corpses that were laying outside. What could possibly be bothering them? Oh, look, here we go. There, we found him. There's our mooded dwarf. Oh, and another baby's been born. Ah, we are now flush with babies. When Blind wanted a baby, we only had the one. And now we're all over the place. It's just babies galore. You can't move for slipping on placentas in this place. Then again, maybe that's not how it works with dwarves. Are dwarves even mammals? I couldn't say. I couldn't say for sure. Is anyone going to actually build this bridge segment? Because I say bridge segment, this floor segment. Let's suspend and unsuspend. And then hope that somebody decides it's a good idea to get the job done. We'll see what happens. That's one of your most disgusting jokes so far. I don't know. I mean, you've been around for a while, but I feel like back in the Dark Souls era, I may have said some stuff that may have been slightly darker. Who knows? Who knows? It's certainly on the... well, is it on the dark side of the spectrum? I don't think slipping on a placenta is a particularly dark angle to take. In fact, if anything, it's evidence of a joyous occurrence. Surely. Surely. And it's not really the pink place because, you know, all that's been done with. Oh, they've begun the construction. Here we go. No materials were wanting. And it's certainly not the brown place. Or is it? I suppose it could be. I suppose when it dries up it will be. Oh, did I just go even further? Disgusting. Disgusting. Dwarves are reptiles, says Parker J. Interesting notion. You reckon they lay eggs? Do all reptiles lay eggs? I think they do, don't they? I think that's a characteristic of reptiles. Maybe not, though. Maybe they're... I know, no, some reptiles give birth to live young, don't they? Slow worms, some lizards or something? I'm not entirely sure. I have a feeling that some lizards do give birth to live young. They do, Macho confirms. There's a few species of snake that give live birth, says Scientific Hooligan. Well, there you go. So it's not an exclusively reptilian egg thing. What am I talking about? Reptiles are not exclusively egg layers. Okay, something happened there. Presumably someone gave birth. Is it this dwarf here giving birth to a baby that's brought me over here? Oh, no, seeking infant. Well, I'm pretty sure they found them because there was a baby right next to them. Usually when they're seeking an infant, it's a sign there's a vampire in the fortress. But things seem okay right now. An egg is still involved. They effectively lay the egg inside of themselves, then the snakes hatch and get out. Oh, okay. I mean, technically eggs are involved in mammalian reproduction as well, but not eggs in the same sort of sense. Sort of more of a, just a what is it, a gamete? Are they called gametes? I think it's gametes. I could be wrong though. As opposed to a container for the entire gestation of the child. Oh, here we go. Parker 2. Parker 2 Besmarotang peasant has created Zesedan Nekikoshosh, a schist weapon rack. She offers it to the ageless crypt of belchers. That's very nice to hear. Let's have a little look at our little weapon rack. Oh, hello. We've suddenly got a load of new stuff in here for some reason. Interesting. There's the crevice of prices. There's a diorite armour stand. So where's the schist armour stand? Ah, hello. We've got 2 pages now. Brandstirred, the Cold Hermit, a schist weapon rack. Okay. Oh, hello. What's it worth? 39 grand. It's a reasonable value. This is a schist weapon rack. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with rectangular milk quartz cabochons and encircled with bands of sand pearwood, baguette cut clear zircons, and llama wood. Wool, not wood, llama wood. Ooh, This object is adorned with hanging rings of schist and cinnabar. On the item is an image of Sathrel Spreader-Raised, the mountain goat man in slate. Sathrel Spreader-Raised is labouring. The artwork relates to the settling of the mountain goat man Sathrel Spreader-Raised in the Barbs of Exciting in 773. That sounds like a cat-based fortress, doesn't it? Because, of course, they're legendarily, or they're well-renowned for their barbed penises, old cats. It's not a bad one, I have to say, Parker. It's not the most exciting thing I've ever seen made, but it's certainly not terrible. And it means we have a legendary mason knocking around in the fortress now, so maybe we should exploit that. You know what? Let's make some blocks, actually. I've realised we're probably best off making a shitload of blocks just to keep the masons in work. Although they are making rock pots and coffins and doors. Okay, there's no need to keep them busy with making blocks. We can sort that out later on. Has that floor been done? Ah, brilliant. BG. Now we need to do that. And then we need to say like that. Okay, I'm going to overlap it just a shade with the previous floor. And we need to change the raising directions. So, raises that way, raises that way. Okay. How do we change it to a retracting one then? WADXS. Ah, I see. XS. Bridge retracts. So where does it retract to? That's the question. You know what? Let's go for the catapulting effect. We'll make it raise up that way, and then it'll catapult anything that's on it back into the volcano. That should work. That should work. It's no fungi wood cabinet. Well, that's true. But now you're a mason, you won't be knocking out any fungi wood cabinets. You're going to be knocking out cabinets made of, well, stone. Oh, that's a good tea. Good chamomile. Okay, let's quit out of here and let them get building. Oh, shit, I didn't place that, did I? Or did I? No, I didn't, did I? Bugger, BG. Big as it will go. Please do that. And then we press enter to place. And, of course, we want to make it out of... well, ideally, I'd like to make it out of obsidian blocks for speed. But if we don't have obsidian blocks, I'll just make it out of obsidian. Wait, have we used up all our obsidian? No, don't be daft. There we go. Lovely obsidian bridge. Very nice. And let's not pause things. Let's get this built as quickly as we can. They don't actually fling people. They just launch them straight up. Well, that's good enough. I mean, they get to see the inner walls of our volcano cone with all the lovely little gems in. And they've got to go quite a way up before they actually find themselves outside of the volcano. But regardless, once the bridge is up and they're flying in the air, they'll only slam down into magma below them, which is good. That's what you want with invaders, right? You want them slammed into magma. And even after they've had to go through the trap corridor as well, which I must admit we probably should get a start on, right? We don't have any weapons to go in. That's the problem. We've only got steel warhammers. Maybe we should get them making spikes in the furnace. That's probably a good idea, right? They've currently got no jobs on. Add a new task. Is it a weapon? A spike? Oh, can I just not have it made out of any old metal? As quick as possible. That would be nice. That would be lovely, in fact. Giant axe blades are excellent. Okay, for a weapon trap. Let's give it a go. Trap components. T. Ah, shit. We have to define the weapon as the material as well. Let's have a look at our stocks and see what we've got. Z stocks E, and I want to look for bars. Bars. So, ooh, okay. We don't have a ton of bars, do we? Everything's looking a little bit weak. Maybe I should start actually smelting some stuff. Get some proper mining going on and do some smelting. Although the mining itself is going to cut into the time being spent digging out the new fortress. And do I really want to do that? Do I really want to do that? I'm not sure if I do. Maybe we should leave it just for a little bit longer. Oh, the blacksmith slipped into depression. Bit of a shame. Not much we can do about that, though. Not now, anyway. Someone's engraved a slab. That means we've probably got another ghost dispelling opportunity. Although, having said that, we now do have a fair complement of coffins, so maybe we don't need to worry too much. Let's check to see if they're all full. No, plenty of space. Look, we haven't even filled up the second row. Fantastic. Back to the surface. Keep watching that bridge. It's got to get done sooner or later. Oops, is that my dwarf? Probably. I think you've got a history of mental illness. No, you're not the blacksmith. You're the weaponsmith. In fact, let's have a quick peek. We're waiting for this to be built. If I leave it in the top right corner, sort of there, we can see it flashing when we go over to the therapist, and we'll be able to see if it starts building. Let's have a little peek in here at Macho. I'm going to read. Oh, look at all those babies we're suddenly getting. Macho, you're currently in... Oh, is that your mood or your... Oh, on the military screen. Here we go, Macho. You are currently... Oh, boy. Yeah, you did fall into depression. You're stumbling obliviously. But, it could be worse. You could be dead. Like that reindeer calf that's just been found starved to death. That would be worse. Starving to death. Oh, we're in the middle of a save, which means we've made it through another year. We're in our third year of the fortress. Well, it's taken a while to get established. I would much rather be way deeper into this already, but apparently not. Apparently not. I should probably set up another furniture stockpile. I bet my mechanics workshop's absolutely bursting with mechanisms. Yeah, you're depressed. That's right, Macho. Fully, the weight of the world is resting on your shoulders, pressing you down into the ground. That's okay, you're a dwarf. That's where you're supposed to be. That's where you're supposed to be, down in the ground. So, if anything, it's made you a better dwarf. There we go. Let's look on the bright side. Where possible. Where possible. Okay, we've got a lot of people trotting off to the rivers constantly. It's slightly annoying. I feel like I should probably be making more effort to get a well set up. But again, any long-term infrastructure seems a bit pointless once you start thinking about the new fortress to come. And why is nobody building this? Why is nobody interested in building this? Needs architecture. Well, we should have plenty of architects knocking around. We have 50 idlers. One of them's got to have architecture enabled. I'll just have a look at Dwarf Therapist quickly, and I'll fling architecture on a few peasants, if you'll bear with me. Let me just sort these bad boys by profession. Here's all the peasantry. If I just go across here, and we will enable architecture on these ones. Oh, we've got a notification. Another foolhardy civilization has decided to emulate our ways, and I don't think it's a good idea. commit. There we go. I've changed that. We've got some architects knocking around now. The hillocks of Weisdgorge has been founded a half day's travel to the east and looks to your thriving economy for its future prosperity. Well, okay, if that's how you feel. Let's check those nobles out. I know someone mentioned we didn't have a bookkeeper earlier, which should really be something we have. All right, let's see if anyone's actually got any skills for it. Ah, we have an expert record keeper. Erush Kabgusil. Just going to check to see if Erush Kabgusil is important in this fortress. E-R-U-S-H. Erush. Why is that not actually filtered anything? Because you put it in the wrong box, scoundrel, that's why. Erush. There we go. Kabgusil, was that his name? Mason with level 10 masonry. Currently asleep. Not seeing anything exciting other than masonry in his makeup. So maybe we can just disable masonry on him. Yep. I'm going to commit that. And then we'll go back to the fortress. And we shall assign him to be our record keeper. Boom. So the bookkeeper needs an office. Let's choose one of these offices here. That one is the manager's. Auto allocate to manager on. This one belongs to nobody. Okay, let's assign the chair and it can go to old Erush the bookkeeper. Bingo. We will now auto allocate to bookkeeper so we don't end up losing that. And then this one presumably belongs to the mayor. No, the broker. Let's also allocate to the broker. Lovely. Okay, everyone who's doing a job and needs an office has an office for that job. Apart from the mayor. But to be honest, I feel meh about mayors, so we'll let them get on with it. Still nobody built this bad boy. Perhaps building out of raw obsidian was a bad move. Nobody seems to be giving it any attention whatsoever. Oh, hello. This guy's going out of the gates, but not to get to our new fortress. Part of me wishes there was a priority thing for not just digging in this. Yeah, jagged bridge. Don't slip on it. Oof. Ouchie. I imagine it would be nice and D-sharped, though. It'd be a nice blunted wave pattern or something. Not a wave, you know what I mean, though? Like, you know how you see obsidian knives and stuff made, or flint knives and things like that. Stone Age tools. I'm imagining that kind of pitted surface, but obviously small enough that you can stand on it rather than just slipping in the little grooves and whatnot. Magma crab? Did you just see a magma crab? Quite possibly. I wouldn't be hugely surprised. But, you know, that's the price you pay for surface magma, isn't it? Magma crabs. Lots and lots of magma crabs. Ah, here we go. Look, someone's actually taking a piece of something to the thing. I know what to do. JMQ wheelbarrows. Let's go nuts and let's make 40 wheelbarrows. Bingo. Actually, will they use wheelbarrows to haul to a construction task? I'm not sure if they will now. It's based on the stockpiles, if I'm not mistaken. You get your dwarves using wheelbarrows to take things to and from stockpile. Oh no, maybe if they take it from a stockpile, they'll use a wheelbarrow. I'm not sure. Regardless, I don't actually have a stone stockpile. I probably should have put a little bit more love into the starter forts, shouldn't I? Oh shit, we need to draft some more dwarves. Let's pause. Back over to therapist. We've got to go and check out our military dwarves. First of all, we'll get rid of this filter. Goodbye. And we'll sort by squad. Bingo. So we don't accidentally pick people who are already in the squad to try and draft. The very unhappy people in the squad. And then we'll go to the military screen. Minimize those. And we will sort by Mark's dwarf and see who actually has the skill already. Because, you know, if they've already good at it, bung them in there. Have we got a few? They're not great at it, but they're not terrible either. So, Lorbam down to Degel. Right, let's go to Labours. What have they got? Anything exciting in there? Woo! A legendary +5 farmer. Yikes. Well, they're not going to be put on any other duties. I think, frankly, we can be quite happy with them doing that. But everybody else above them, so this one up, holy moly. Ooh, holy moly. You're getting yourself a little bit of a military career, it would seem. Holy moly. Assigned to squad, the vessels of mortification. Crap, I've forgotten which one was the guy with the cool skill. There, that one. It's Mistem. Mistem's the one we're stopping at. So we'll put everyone down to Mistem in the squad. Vessels of mortification. Vessels of mortification. There's Mistem. So presumably no one below them has great skill with a bow. Oh no, Deggle has. Let's have a look at Deggle again. Why aren't we drafting Deggle? Wow, legendary fisherman. Oh wow, you're in the army now. Give up on that foolish dream. Where is he? Assigned to squad, vessels of mortification. Bingo, there we go. Let's commit those changes. And then we'll go back to the fortress and take a look at the military screen. There we go. Who have we got in here? We've got 3 slots empty. So there's 7 dwarves in there. An auspicious number for dwarves, it has to be said. Right, how's the bridge coming along? Oh, very slowly. Let's try again. Still needs architecture. Surely we had an architect get there by now, right? It was quite a while ago that I set all those peasants to do architecture, and I know perhaps untrained peasants aren't the best architects in the world, but it's better than not having anybody, isn't it? You never know. They could have the next big thing in architecture in their heart. They just need the opportunity to get it out. There's no reason why a peasant can't be good at stuff. Other than likely lack of education. But whatever. That can be remedied. I mean, it's education after all. What have we got in these cages? Elk birds, troglodytes. Blimey. It seems like our cave defences are actually fairly busted. Let's put some doors in. Build door. I'll have a door here, please. Made of diorite. Why not? And I'll have a door there, please. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Have a door here as well. There we go. Good stuff. Okay, back to the surface. Have a little look at the bridge. Anyone coming towards the bridge? Nobody's going to make my forlorn bridge. They're quite happy to run down there with the doors, though. Look at them. Hordes of them. Damn. Come on. Come on, people. Tell you what. I'm going to go down here and we're going to make some more stockpiles. I'm going to make a stone stockpile just to get some stuff like gathered up, you know? Just to make sure we get it in there. There we go. And I'm also going to make a furniture stockpile because I reckon we've got quite a lot of furniture knocking around that needs storage. And it's just sitting in workshops, clogging everything up. I could probably place some more graves as well, couldn't I? Let's put the new 3. That's a disappointing number, I have to say. Very disappointing. 3, since the last time we placed all these coffins, that's ages ago. It's like more than 2 hours of gameplay. Mind you, in in-game time, that's probably not that much, to be fair. We've got a human bowman visiting. I mean, I'm not that bothered by that. That is not the most exciting news I've heard. Oh, hello. What? No? Just going for a little walk, I see. Just having a little wander. And why not, I say? Why not just wander through the potential trap corridor? Or the intended trap corridor, rather. Are all of my architects depressed? Is that what's happening? They're all just unable to build stuff or design stuff because they can't see through the veil of tears hanging over their eyes. Oh, it's so sad in this fortress. Oh. Ah, well. Dwarves are very fragile right now, but we have it on good authority that will be fixed. Fixed soon as well. And hopefully the release of that version will coincide with the death of this fort. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Perfect timing, I'd say. Look at that dining room. It's got a rotting reindeer carcass in it. Oh, and a D, either a dog or a duck or something. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it's pumping horrible decaying gases into the air. Lovely. Just what you want, really. Just what you want. Okie dokie. I'm not sure what's going on here. Everything hinges on the construction of this bridge. If it doesn't get done, I reckon our next petitions, you say? What have we got here? Dakap Bend Ships wishes to reside in Cryptbeards for the purpose of eradicating monsters. Sure. Why not? If you want to kill monsters, that's cool by me. Another petition. Eradicating monsters? Okay. I'll accept the first few petitions that come in, but maybe not all of them. They don't seem to be training at all. What's going on there? Let's have a look at the military and the training schedule. Oh, you've got... is that? I hope I haven't missed that in my own fortress. It's got to be your fortress, right? Yeah, sure. What have you got there? You got goblins? You got elves? What's the deal? Let's reclaim all the bolts down here. D, B, C. Just bulk reclaim those. Bingo. And then maybe go up here and reclaim everything in this area? Sure. Why not? We'll see how it works out. The last goblin raid I had, says Parker, was massive. I got fucked. Oh my goodness. Very savage. Hello, Claycree. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Teruffianen. Teruffianen? Not sure what you're getting at there, but I'm sure context will be forthcoming. A horde of goblins. Ooh. Ooh, goblins. They can be dangerous. Old goblins, if you haven't prepared yourself. I mean, if goblins turn up here right now, I am doomed. They're just going to tear through my fortress like a wet paper bag. But, oh well. We've learned some lessons, I'm sure. What they are will have to be figured out later down the line, but I'm sure lessons have been learned. Just a dumb, different way of saying the scoundrel M. Ah, I see. I get you. I get what you were getting at. Ruffian and oh, Ruffian. Yes, of course, Ruffian. Sorry, I was looking at it going Ruffian. Ruffian. I hope he's not implying that I'm putting sleeping pills into people's drinks with the express purpose of bedding them. That's called a Cosby, right? Oh my god. I'll try sending my legendary squad onto them. You do that. You do that. I reckon a legendary squad has a good chance. Back in the day, there was a tool you could get for Dwarf Fortress called Runesmith, which let you actually edit the stats and stuff of your dwarves. And I used to love starting with like a maxed out initial 7 and having them be like the god foundation of the fortress. And it was always fun to see them charge out and just massacre everything that turns up. Some migrants have arrived. Oh, how jolly special. Let's watch them all come on over the river. Yeah, quite a few of them by the looks of things. We'll give them a second to get to the fortress and then we'll go and take a look at them in Dwarf Therapist and see what's what. Hopefully we'll get some big skills or some exotic skills, but we'll see. We'll see. We can't guarantee anything. Only 2 dwarves training at the training place. Why is that, I wonder? Question mark. Can I set bolts to be auto-reclaimed as well? Is that an option anywhere? Anyone got any idea about that? That feels like something that might be an option, but I just don't know about it. Okay. Bridge. How's the bridge going? Still very slowly. Looks like the guy... Oh, look, he's got a wheelbarrow. Is that a wheelbarrow? Somebody's buggering about with wheelbarrows, at least. Maybe they're not taking obsidian up to the bridge to build, but they're using wheelbarrows. Probably they're putting the stone into this... Oh, we've got dead cows downstairs. That's a bit disappointing. Yeah, they're popping the stone into that stockpile with it. They're not actually taking it anywhere. Oh, we haven't actually filled up the furniture stockpile. I'm quite pleased about that. And I can see we've got several graves to place. Very nice. Let's put some graves down. There we go. Trot, trot, trot. Fill up the wall. There we go. Coffin. Done. Oh, excuse me. Having a bit of yawn. Level 20 Gelder incoming. I would imagine that's quite likely. We do seem to have a lot of Gelders turning up. Ooh, gelding artifact. You could have like legendary gelding shears. Or what else do they use? I can't think. I saw someone take off a goat's knackers just by twisting them once. It was incredible. It was just like out in the mountains of some country somewhere with a goat, and he went, "Oh yes, just take it out." And I think he ate it as well, or encouraged the other guy he was with on the travel show to eat it. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, enough of that. I'm about to make a really bad joke. Well, science. I mean, badness in jokes is relative, but if you feel like it's best to keep it to yourself, keep it to yourself. Fry Guy Zero, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Balls of brass, polished to the nth degree. So like sort of figurative stuff, not actual like some kind of award or perhaps figurine of testicles. Just the removed the geldie. No, the geldie would be the creature being gelded. I imagine maybe you would call the stuff that comes off geldage. That makes sense. Geldage. Removed testicles would be geldage. Yes, I like that word. I may have to use that to insult somebody. Let's have a look at this. I think it might actually have gotten us banned. Whew. Careful there. Keep that spice under control. Let's not make it an episode of Hot Ones. Let's come up here. Are they building this? No, because it's paused. Of course it's paused. We were going to go over to look at the new migration wave, weren't we? I'll leave it unpaused, and I'll put the flashing bridge up in the top left there so we can see it on the Door Therapist screen. And we'll take a look at our new... We had 73 adults, 2 children and 7 babies. We now have 94 adults, 3 children and 7 babies. So the underage segment of our fortress hasn't changed, but the adults have. Where's migration wave? There it is. And if we scroll down to the latest wave, it's 22 dwarves. Ooh la la. Zut alors, mon Dieu, and other European language exclamations. We've got a level 10 animal trainer. A level 7 animal carer. Oh, wow. A level 13 miller. A level 5 plant processor. Not seeing anything exciting in here yet. Level 10 metal crafter. Yeah, we've got better already. Ooh, what's this? A level 11 pump operator. Oh, wow. Wowee. Oh. A level 11 wax worker. Who was the one who always... Was it Clinadev who was always requesting the wax worker and never got one? Gourmet geldage sandwich. Petrified geldage. I reckon you would be petrified if you'd just been gelded. Your geldage would be flooded with endorphins for fear. 60 goblins. Ouch. Get yourself indoors. Close those doors and hope that something kills them for you. That's all I can say. 60 goblins. Ouch. Frightening stuff. Okay, well, they're not all that interesting when we look at their skills, but let's look at another set of skills. Let's see how they are militarily. We got any killers? We do. We have the stone cold killer of an elf. Da, 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 da. Beautiful. Wonderful. Good work, Muthcat. Good work. Muthcat? Yeah, Muthcat. That's their name. Well done. And considering you don't really have any military skills to speak of, it's an even greater achievement. Congratulations. We have a mace dwarf. We have 2 mace dwarfs, in fact. Neither of them who are spectacularly good, but at least one is competent, and the other a novice, a beginner. We've also got someone here who's got a bit of dodging and fighting and striking skill. We've got a bit of a kung fu monk going on here. Bombrek. Let's have a little look at your labours, Bombrek. What do you do? What's your profession? Let's have a little peek. You are a animal trainer. He's the level 10 animal trainer, but also seems to be somewhat into MMA. Intriguing. A little bit of brewing. Okay. Well, nobody's really jumped out at me to be exciting there. Oh, Claycree, you're always wanting a vampire. We don't have any vampires at the moment, but we do have military dwarves. I've just put a fresh batch in, actually. So if you take a look at the where is it? Squad, where are we? Squad, there we go, squad. Scroll up to the top, and then we can see the 7 in the Vessels of Mortification. The Blue Chimp, Holy Moly Macaroni, is also there with their names, but all these ones down here, Lorbam, Uzol, Degel, Kubik, and Stodir, all available for you to hang your identity upon, if you wish. It's not a requirement, but sounds like you fancy it. Sounds like you fancy it. Drunken Fistmaster. That's not a bad idea. Should add the Mace Dwarves. Yeah, we could get them training, actually. That kind of makes sense. I'll pop them in the army in a second. And yes, we should make some maces as well. Where are those Mace Dwarves? Let's find them. We can draft them in. Actually, we've got a few dwarves with a bit of weapon skill. But we'll look for the Mace Dwarves instead. We'll find those guys because we know they've just arrived. There we go. So you're going into the Vessels of Mortification, as are you, Besmar. Because you at least know which end of the mace to use and which end to hold. Which is more than most of the people in this fortress, I'd guess. Because they all have 0 skill. Okay, that's it. So Claycree wants someone in the military. Any further clarifications? Let's just pick one. We're going to go with... Let's go with the next highest killer, who's killed 2 wild boars. Uzol. Uzol is now Claycree. There we go. And changes committed. You're in. Right. Maces. Maces are probably a good idea. Let's unpause. Keep looking at the obsidian. No, it's not happening. Nobody's interested, apparently. A peasant is very drowsy. Well, I imagine considering we've only got 1 room full of beds for a fortress of 90 dwarves, it's probably a bed thing, isn't it? It's probably a bed issue. They're all sleeping in dormitories. They're all slowly going crazy. But I don't feel like that's... Oh, hello. We've got no cages to put into the cage traps. I better order up a few more cages. Have we already got cages on the go? No, we haven't. Cage. Wooden cage. Give me 20 of the bad boys. Thank you. Okay, resuming. Killing boars like Ajax or perhaps Ajax, depending on whether you're talking about the cleaning product or the football team. Or, I'm imagining it's a Greek or Roman mythological character. Because the name rings a bell. The name rings a bell. I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced Ajax, though. Unless I'm a fool. Which is entirely plausible. I think we've had enough evidence to say that it's not out of the realms of possibility. They're taking their time training, aren't they? There's not having many people doing those targets. Well, that'll be fine. Ajax in the Age of Mythology fighting boars. That makes... Yeah, I thought there was a mythological character by that name. I wonder if the football team in the Netherlands is named after that, or if it means something else in Dutch. Is the language Dutch? I think so, yeah, Dutch. That makes sense. I'm sure someone in chat will know. Yes, it is. Good. Good. So where are we? I mean, kind of, I'm really bottlenecked in what I was intending to do with this stupid bridge. Everything I add to here is only going to be a sort of wasted thing. Oh, another baby in the mix. Good. Is chat on screen stuck? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't see it. What does it say? I don't think... Yeah, it looks like it's not caught up. I can't read it from here on the preview screen. Let me get it on my phone. That's probably a good idea, right? Oh, yeah, it's a phone. Of course I can't read it. It says perfect geldage. Oh, it's delayed for a little while. Petrified geldage. Okay, maybe just using the word petrified has petrified chat, and now all of that is laid in stone forever, forevermore. My chat will just say petrified geldage. At least we'll know what it means. At least we'll know. I could try and fix that. Bear with me one moment. Just, excuse me. I'm going to go into OBS and have a fiddle. Gonna work? Cancel. Oh, it's in this other. It's a scene mirrored rather than. Tell you what. Let's turn it off. Turn it on again. Off. On again. Off. On. Off. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work this time. I think it's frozen, and I don't want to get too distracted trying to fix it because we've only got so long left. I think it's 39 minutes into the recording, so we're only going for about 10-15 minutes longer. What do we reckon? Is this obsidian bridge going to be constructed in those 10 to 15 minutes? I feel like that's a bit of a high hope. Bit of a tall order. Not exactly something that we want to be placing heavy betting on. At least we're getting those cages refixed. That's good. Give us a little bit of protection in the caverns, if not from the surface, which is still very exposed. Oh, Claycree's already stumbling around obliviously. Marvellous. Marvellous. You're getting into the swing of things in this fortress really quickly. No problems at all. Another birth. Okay, we're getting a few too many babies here. And it's giving me horrible flashbacks to the time I realised that you can't fling babies into the volcano. That was a real disappointment. Here's me all ready for a massive volcano worshipping session with a nice hard RP fortress, and the whole premise came tumbling down around me. It was awful. I'd hoped to see the wailing babe cast into the magma. What would be funny, though, is that if it was realistic magma rather than sort of Hollywood magma where everything goes and plops into it, because realistic magma is quite like solid and things take a long time to sink into it. So if you actually chucked a baby into it, it'd just sort of sit on the top and sizzle and then gradually sort of sink into it. Man, took that one to the dark place, didn't we? Very dark. Where is this insanity coming from? Well, it's just it was an idea I had. You see, I wanted to have a lovely volcano fortress with a nice RP volcano religion, and we were going to chuck things in and make sacrifices. And then it turns out the only thing you can chuck in there is prisoners. And as satisfying as it is to fling elves down to their sizzly doom, you know, sometimes you just want to get one of your fortress's babies and give them a fling. Say bye-bye. Yeah, well, you know, it does get a little dark sometimes, but I try to keep it light. Because, you know, otherwise people just get very upset with me. That's one thing. Just want to avoid upsetting other people. Which doesn't seem to be a big consideration all the time on the internet. You know, sometimes you see things and think, you didn't think about what you're saying there, did you? Oh well, never mind. Come on, game. Come on, dwarves. That's, of course, an urge for them to... What the figgins? We've got magma crabs in the fortress. This is substandard. Are they dangerous? How dangerous are magma crabs? Do we need to deal with them? You know what? That's what the military's there for. Let's get them in there. Let's send them in. Okay. I would like to attack, and we're going to have to select that one. And then pause, and then K attack that one. Oh, wait a minute. Is it only one at a time? Oh, diddly widdly. In that case, I would like to say squad A, K, select from list. There we go. Not the elk birds. There we go. Magma crab. A, B, and C. A, B, C. There we go. Magma crabs. Bosh, you are now in the sights of my military and are likely to be slaughtered mercilessly. Although there's a lot of, what is this? They're spitting magma at people. Jesus Christ. Well, thank God that got dealt with. Let's have a look at the combat reports and see how it actually worked out. There we go. Vessels of Mortification can go back to their daily grind, and we'll have a look at those combat reports. A magma crab is fighting. Ooh, nice. Is torn apart. Is a good first thing to see. Page up. That's the end key. Page up. There we go. Flying magma. Jesus, they are dangerous. They keep missing, but I'm relatively confident they'll have killed at least one or two civilians, right? Bashing them with the copper crossbow again. What's with that? Why are these guys going back to bashing people with crossbows when they could be firing? Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to redo the... do I really need to do the equipment again? Vessels of Mortification. Equipment. Here we go. Well, it seems to be okay. Let's have a look at the ammo. What was that? A? Okay. No, that's alerts. Blah. M. Vessels of mortification. Equipment. Ammunition. F for ammunition. Of course, F. Why wouldn't it be? Vessels of mortification. Okay, no. That's not per person. It's just has to be assigned. Fair enough. If you've been assigned the bolts, you have to make your own decisions about how you're going to attack. I can't make those decisions for you, much as I would love to. Oh, yeah, there's a deadie. We got a dead lad. Godin. Poor old Godin. Shit, we had a mandate? Oh, my God. No wonder he's pissed. What does he need? He needs a lot. He's very needy. You know what? He can go fuck himself. Wait until we've got the fortress finished. For goodness sake, man. Come on. Look at this. Look at this. This isn't ready for you to start making mandates. This is entirely unprepared. Have I got the maces? Good point. Let's go and check our stocks again. 4 bars. What have we got the most of? Ah, I've got 4 steel bars. Can we make them out of silver? How many bars do I need for... Yeah, no, I'm having terrible trouble getting them to use their crossbows properly. Maybe if I was a bit more strategic with them, like sending them to a staging point before sending them into attack, that might work because they'd be able to pick our territory a bit better and hopefully shoot as they approach us. But iron would be a good choice. Iron maces. JMQ. Iron mace. There we go. I would like 2. Go on. Make 2 of the bad boys. Get her done. Get her done. Hopefully, our weaponsmiths aren't all currently wandering around in a depressed daze and we'll be able to... oh, they've found a herbalist dead. Fairly sure he was killed by magma crabs. Really should have put some doors on that entryway, shouldn't I? That would have made things much better. What a fool. The mayor got killed? Is that a new mayor? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, you're throwing tantrums, the blue chimp. Oh dear. What a rowdy. What a hullabaloo raising crazyman. Ah well. Never mind. We'll just have to put up with it for now. We'll have to let you have your little tantrum. And then when you've calmed down, hopefully this freaking bridge will have been built. How can we have 58 idlers and nobody building the damn bridge? New election. Ah. Needs architect. I definitely have architects. Right. Maybe I should just activate architecture for everybody. It's doable, right? It's not going to destroy things, is it? Sort by nothing. Sorry, I'm indoor therapist here. I've left you looking at the flashing bridge. I do apologise. Right, where's architecture? Here, I'll bring you over. May as well watch what I'm doing. Architecture, there it is. So, can I? Not really. Oh, wait, you can do it in the... No, that's a baby. It's not a group header. Come on, scoundrel. Figure it out. How long have you been playing this game for? Untold eons. Long enough for death to die, according to the Lovecraft poem. Not going to recommend you go and read Lovecraft's poetry. There is some quite offensive stuff in his oeuvre. Stick to the weird fiction. It probably casts him in a better light. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, if you like a bit of Lovecraft, don't scratch the surface too deeply. Unless you also like a bit of history. In which case, why not? Go for it. You probably know what you're going to find. There we go. There we go. That's enough people who have had it done. Somebody of that throng has to go in and actually build this now. Surely. Surely. That's the thing, though, Science. He recanted most of his ultra racism later in life, but was still considered pretty fucking racist, even by the standards of his time, which was quite a racist time. I mean, but still, it's not. He's not a one. He's dead now, so he can't do any more gaffes. So we just have to remember the work and maybe just recognize that the man was, not necessarily not a dick. I hope so. Otherwise, he's very old, and the reporting on his death was entirely unwarranted. Clakery. He's no, it is true. Well, that's the thing. When you look at how Lovecraft was like a deeply racist, like the kind of person that you perhaps wouldn't want to actually meet or have to work with, but that did inform his writing. And you can see it in the writing when you're sort of aware of the context. You look for it and you go, oh, yeah, okay, it's obvious. But it fed into the sort of notions of cosmic horror, like the outsider coming in, strange forces working on the world. So even though it was a bad thing, it left a fossil that was kind of nice to look at in the record. Certainly not fantastic, but you know what I mean. It influenced him to make the art, and people have done worse things with those attitudes. So not to excuse it at all, but at least we got his books now, and we can do what we want with them because they're well out of copyright, and it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's part Welsh. Imagine being so fucking racist that you get shaken by the fact that you've got Welsh roots. That's pretty intense. You've got an issue at that point. Speaking of issues, a vile force of darkness has arrived. I think we may have brought that upon ourselves. I think the conversation was going to a place that was pretty dangerous territory, and when you tap dance in minefields, your legs get blown off, which is what's about to happen here, I'm presuming. Yeah, I know, that's a bizarre thing, isn't it? I mean, obviously, the whole race thing is largely a socially constructed thing, and the treatment of the Irish historically has kind of casts a very clear light on that. But where am I going with this? Why am I suddenly playing Dwarf Fortress and discussing fucking race? Oh, fucking Lovecraft, of course. God damn it, Lovecraft. What are you doing this to me for? Let's have a look at this vile force of darkness. Where is it? Hopefully, if I press U and go to others, we'll be able to see. Humans? 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 Okay. Oh, hang on. Actually, it's probably better if we zoom to them quickly as well. Others, humans, zoom. Where are they? Up here at the top of the mountain. Okay. Let's zoom out a bit. They are well close. We're going to be hard pressed to kill these guys. Okay. They've got proper weapons, arms and armor. They are dangerous creatures. Let's see how well our military handles it. I'm guessing not very well. S to activate squads. A, kill from list. Oh, sorry, K, kill from list. And then we'll scroll down until it's not elk, birds, and troglodytes. It's a human being. There we go. Osnon's the first. Osnon, Dostengosp, F, then G for Usbu, H for Ngom, I for M, and J for Asno. There we go. Let's see these boys go down. Fingers crossed. There we go. So we're ready to resume. Let's have a quick look in the chat. The weirder thing is that for a really long time, Persians were considered more white than the Irish or the Welsh. That's, all you need is a colour swatch. And, how unscientific is that kind of madness that you're actually sort of denying physical wavelengths of light. It's madness. I like how Scoundrel's being gelded in perpetuity. Well, it's too late now, Claycree. I've read it out. Sorry to the YouTube viewers as well. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, there are people in chat talking. I swear, it's just frozen on the gelding. I'm guessing this is probably going to be the end of the fortress. Let's look how long I've been recording for. 54 minutes. This could end up very nicely. It could wrap up quite easily. Let's press space. Oh, fuck. Okay. It looks like we have some additional forces that we didn't account for. Let's pause the action. Let's go back to the kill list. Press L. And then scroll back down and presumably... Okay, that's convenient. So just going to go all the way A to J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Bingo. Right. Kill them, boys. Kill them good. Oh, hello. How did our dwarf do? I'm guessing dead. Yes, found dead. Holy moly, you've had your clogs popped. Oh, we've had another one go down. We're not the only ones with ranged weapons, it would seem. Right, let's pause the action, take a quick look at the combat reports. Hit with a silver arrow in the lower body, tearing the muscle, tearing the guts. Oh dear. He looks sick. Well, I am not surprised. If my guts had been torn, I imagine I would feel pretty sick as well. This is looking bad. Looking very bad. Let's hope for a martial trance. I feel like it's a bit of a tall order though. Our dwarves have come out one by one and got themselves, I think, killed. Let's go back to the fortress gates. Where are they? Gates! There, they're coming in. Pause for a second. Have I got time to bring up the drawbridge? I don't think so. I don't think so. Shall we, shall we chance death? Shall we do a Cryptbeards rush? It's not like we don't have surplus population. We could just draft everyone in and send them out fists flying. It's not going to do much for the fortress's mental health, but it might do quite a bit for their physical health, because we do have the numbers. I mean, these guys have turned up and they've gone,
"It's just a civilian fortress. They've barely got any weapons in there. Only a couple of crossbows."
I don't know why they've got that accent. But they're coming down here expecting to find civilians easy to kill, not an angry, raging mob, not a foaming at the mouth, tiny-fisted horde. Let me just check. Oh, well, you know, I'm not expecting great things from the future of this fortress. I feel like we beansed it fairly early on. Luckily, I saved the embark, so we could go for a second run and see what happens, because I like the site. It's not a bad site at all. We had 90 adults. How many are dead? I can't help myself. That song is just too good. We've got 3 military dwarves left. The Blue Chimp, Claycree, and Stodear. And 2 of them are currently throwing a tantrum or stumbling obliviously. And the other one is very unhappy with a stress level of 34.6k. Ooh. Yeah, I think so. I think if I'd gone for the volcano entryway immediately, we would have had a lot less delay and trouble. Because I think the real watershed moment for things going to rat shit here was me going, oh, I won't expand the beginner fort. I'll just get this other bit done first. And then basically everything ground to a halt except for the production of spiked wooden balls. Which, now that I think about it, we could have put into weapon traps, couldn't we? Holy shit. I didn't think about that. Oh, well. It's too late to think about it now. Too late to think about it now. Right. Let's go in here. Let our last few dwarves, military dwarves, take a stand. And then hopefully we'll be able to engage in the Cryptbeards rush. Oh, look at him. He's got a bit ahead of himself, hasn't he? Oh, 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 Well, our guy lasted longer than some of them did. Oh, another guy's throwing a tantrum. That's you, Claycree. Ah, brilliant. You little rowdy, you. You little troublemaker. Oh, hello. I've left you on therapist. How rude of me. Sorry, I've been sitting there talking about this guy here who got killed, and there's this human here. Oh, hang on. Where's my mouse pointer? There he is. There he is. Yeah, it doesn't look good, does it? Oh, here come the bolts. They're firing in. Yeah, it's going to be a massacre. Let's start drafting. Let's start drafting. Let's create a squad. No uniform. And in here, we shall place fuzzy logic. Okay. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. That's another one. Fantastic. Let's create another squad. The Gilded Lashes are all ready for combat. Excuse me. What? Why could I not create another? Oh, I don't have a thingy. Noble. We need a militia commander. We are going to put Zatan the Gelder in charge of the militia. It's not really important that he... Oh, no. Hello? Oh, there we go. Now he's a militia commander. Ah, here we go. Create squad appointed by this leader. Bang. There we go. Now we're sorted. So, let's get in there. Put everyone in that squad. The Tender Tomes. Oh, very nice. Oh, there we go. No uniform. Oh, the silence before the fall. Here it's gone very quiet. The music was quite jolly. And now everything's gone very somber. Perhaps we should try and find some sort of music to play as the final stand tune. Holy moly. I thought you were already dead, but okay, apparently I can put you in the regal roofs. Surely that should be roofs, not roofs. Wait, what's going on here? Why has only the Gilded Lashes got anyone in it? Oh, am I pulling everybody out? For fuck's sake. So all the ones who are green are already in a military one? Yes. Jesus Christ. Wow. Incredible performance. I mean, you may not like it, but this is what peak dwarf performance looks like. Okay, there we go. That's good. Now the banded halls. Come on. Down we go. Find the ones who aren't in the military yet. There we go. And nice. Back to the regal roofs. Page down. There we go. In goes the pump operator. Let's go back over here until we can create a new squad. Bingo. Here we go. The Cobalt Dusts. Nice name. Sounds like a band, but whatever. Okay, everybody who can fight has been drafted. The Gilded Lashes, the Vessels of Mortification, the Tender Tomes, the Banded Halls, the Regal Roofs, and the Cobalt Dusts. Let's get out of here and go to Squad Activate. We want to activate A, B, C, D, E, and F. And we need to say K, attack, select from list, go all the way down to the bottom of the list. And there we go, A to J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Bang! To war, my dwarves! Let us sally forth. Here we go. Everybody get in there. Do some fighting. Okay, at the moment it seems fairly static. But our dwarves are rushing in. They're coming up from the river, bringing their babies into combat as you do. Mamas, don't take your babies straight into that combat. They're not heeding the word. They're not heeding the words of Willie Nelson. Well, the twisted, bastardized words of Willie Nelson. They're coming in. The humans are getting bogged down in tiny little melee fighters. Not even melee fighters, brawlers. Tiny brawlers. Are we human or tiny brawlers? Well, are we dwarves? Are we dwarves or tiny brawlers? That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Definitely. Very gory. Do you mind if I post some of my combat log messages in the chat? No problem. Go for it. Go for it. Why not? Seems sensible. Imagine just being there, firing at a few military dwarves, a massacre. Yeah, well, have we done it? We've done it. They're on the retreat. Our boys.
Our beautiful boys. They've done it.
Oh, someone's cancelling reporting a crime because they're horrified. Well, that'll be because of the charnel grounds. Let's quickly go into here and check for others. Do we have any humans? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, all dead. Let's go to the combat reports and see what happened. Let's find a human. Let's find a human. Human. And then we'll check for the cost. Human Hammerman. There we go. You shall be a proxy for the combat. 25 pages of combat. Holy shit. And I bet they start red. Let's go up. Is the page up key going to work? Yes, it is. Okay. See all that? Wow. There's a lot of blue. Okay. Human Hammerman bashes the recruit in the right lower leg, bruising the fat. Okay. The recruit attacks the human Hammerman, but he jumps away. So far, nothing too crazy. Just a few hits. This must have not been the best fighter in their group. Oh, hello. The recruit charges at the human Hammerman. The recruit collides with the human Hammerman. The human Hammerman is knocked over and tumbles backward. The human Hammerman slams into an obstacle. The human Hammerman's left hand takes the full force of the impact, but it is deflected by the human Hammerman's large iron left gauntlet. The human Hammerman's right upper leg takes the full force of the impact, but it is deflected by the human Hammerman's large jaguar leather robe. Jaguar leather. Spicy. Stands up, misses the wrestler, and then the wrestler kicks the human Hammerman in the right lower leg, and it all goes pretty blue from that point on. Grabs the human Hammerman by the cave spider silk glove. Okay. It looks like basically they were descended on by dwarves and fucked. I told you the Cryptbeards rush is an effective method. I didn't realise it would work so well against armed humans. To be fair, we should have done this in the first instance. Rather than sending out the trained military who just didn't have the numbers, we should have just mobbed them with a sea of dwarven flesh. That would have been good. That would have been very effective. Is there any other human here? Let's find a human who actually did some good shit. Human bowman, Ungom. 18 pages. Oh, hang on. He died with an exploding gore punch, I think. The recruit punches the human bowman in the head with his left hand, bruising the muscle. The force pulls the neck, tearing apart the fat. The recruit strikes the human bowman in the head with his large iron right gauntlet, and the injured part explodes into gore. An artery has been opened by the attack. Erdim Ozolnikik, the wrestler, has been found dead. Oh well. Can't be helped. You gotta crack a few eggs if you want to make an omelette. And we are making a pretty big omelette here. A ridiculously sized omelette, in fact, I think. That's right. The exploding head punch is almost a trope in Dwarf Fortress, I think. Almost a trope. Okay, so let's check the fortress's population out. Let's have a little look. Also, can we deactivate? Don't need to deactivate. Over to Dwarf Therapist. We had 86. Oh, Othsalot did what? Begun a mysterious construction. Oh, very exciting. Let's have a look. We had 86. We now have 73. Losses were not quite as drastic as I thought they would be. I genuinely didn't expect this level of success with the Cryptbeard rush. And although it's probably upset some people and we are that much closer to a tantrum spiral, I feel like if we get the bridge completed before the fortress falls, then we've won, right? If this bridge gets done before the fortress collapses in on itself, we've basically won. I've won Dwarf Fortress. I've won the game. Completed it. Completed Dwarf Fortress. As you do. I mean, who hasn't completed Dwarf Fortress these days? But anyway, those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. It's a slightly long one this time, an hour and 10 minutes. But hey, it doesn't matter. I mean, in fact, if it's an hour and 10 minutes, it means nobody on YouTube will watch it, which means that any of the bad stuff I said earlier will never be seen by anyone. So fantastic. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much for watching, YouTubers, and I'll see you next time. Maybe. Bye.